Okay, so the question was, Dave is asking what moving average is the dotted deuce, and that's this red line right here, dotted deuce. So what this is, it is a 200 period moving average, but it's kind of mixed up a little bit, and I'm going to show you. Okay, and where it came from, I was looking for something on the rounded bottom breakout that was between the 50 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. I was looking for the most powerful moving average in there, and surprisingly, it wasn't what a lot of people use is the 100. Now, I'm not knocking the 100. The 100 would work, 100 simple. But what I found is after a lot of study, and I believe me, a lot of study, I discovered that dotted deuce stopped more from going through and stopped more from going down and had more price action touching it than anything. It turned out to be the strongest of all. So we call it the dotted deuce. And what it is, let me point this out to you. Now I use TC 200 here, 2000, but I'm pretty sure you can make this on any charting program. And you can see the period, the average period is the 200. And the average type is front weighted, and it's the average of the low. And, most programs come out of the box, last price or close, and I'm using the low on this. And so 200 front weighted low is what I'm using. And it works out really, really, really nice. On a side note, it really works out well intraday. That was just an accident right there, but I find it works out very well. And it's excellent target for the rounded bottom breakout. Just like this NIO jumped right up to it, and we're stopping right there. Happens a lot. So anyway, thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate your asking me. Okay, let's check in a little on that AI trade. We bought that earlier this morning. I posted it up there. I think it would have been 9:47 Eastern, and that also went out to anybody that had the app. So that's members or trial members. Currently up 11.73% or $690 on 6 contracts. So what I see on this AI is this level right through here, about 32. We've broken out, very nice rounded bottom. Here we've broken out, rallied up. Now there's been a couple, Barry in here has traded AI a lot, made a lot of money. Congrats, Barry. Well, here we popped up right here. Let's put a line up there. So we have a low, a high, a higher low. We popped up and settled back in with a doji here. Well, all of a sudden we start putting a bullish candle in. What we've got here is a Fig Newton chart pattern setup. So that's why I bought that. I've already been asked by one person, aren't I concerned about this top? No, I'm not. I'm more concerned about price action and the trend. So, there's some people that's always worried about, are you going to get a spanking over here? I'm over here looking at price and trend saying, come on, bring it on. So it's just a matter of your choices. If you are always looking at risk, what that risk going to be, and not looking at the fighter, if you're not betting on your fighter, well, then you don't have a good enough chart. You need to work on your charting. And I'm betting on my fighter. I'm betting on the price action and the trend here getting through. So while we've been talking here, I'm now up 15.8%, $930 on 6 contracts. So I'll keep keep you posted on this one, okay? Hang tight, everybody. All right, let's do a little AI update. And I want to thank James there for talking with me on where we might put a stop on this. Started way down here, and with a current 23% profit for James, you know, he was thinking coming down here, and it was about a 19% stop. Excuse me, that just doesn't make sense. 23% profit, you're willing to risk 19%. That's crazy on your money. So I think James has moved it up into this area. That's great. Currently on my AI, I'm now up 35.2% or $2,000, $2,070. Okay, for those of us in CVS, remember what we talked about group yesterday? Team, remember I shared what I was going to do with CVS. For those that don't know, we had CVS. We got caught in this big downtrend. I did nothing yesterday. I added to it today, okay? Added to it. So what I've done is I've cut my loss by adding to it, made that loss smaller. Remember we talked about possibly getting another chart that could help us make up for it, and we could end up with a scratch day. Yesterday, I think I was almost $3,500, I believe it was, maybe somebody remembers the exact number, $3,500 upside down on it. Right now on CVS, I'm only $1,135 upside down. On the AI trade, I'm up $2,580. If I was to close those two right now, I would end, what is it? What did I say here? 11 or 1,200. I would end up with about $1,100 profit rather than the big loss from yesterday. So that's how I might handle that loss on CVS. CVS. Okay? So adding it, I cut my loss down because now it's moving up. I bought another stock that I'm making money on, really good money. If I marry those two stocks together, so if I close this one, I may close AI. And then what happens is not only did I get out of this mess without a loss, I even made $1,000 on top of it. Remember, this is exactly what we talked about yesterday afternoon. Managing the trade, getting yourself out of a mess rather than just not knowing what to do and making yourself sick. Roll your sleeves up, go to work, and figure out how to make it work, okay? So far, this is working out. Now, I'm going to stick with it just for a bit longer. But I'm going to go to lunch here shortly, so I may not hold it through lunch. I may solve all my problems here anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to share that out there. I think this was a great example and a great lesson how you can get out of a bad position if you know how and you're willing. So anyway, thanks everybody, okay? Appreciate you listening in. Let's do an update on this AI and CVS trade. So let's start with CVS. For those that don't know, I had CVS up here. Yesterday was a very bad day. It gapped down. At one point, I was a little over $3,000 upside down. I decided to keep the chart for reasons I talked about yesterday. And yesterday I talked about options on how I might be able to get out of this respectfully, okay? Respectfully really is anything other than a $3,000 loss. And I had 10 contracts. Excuse me. So my options were, as it's moving down, to add to it lower my costs, and I explained yesterday how you want to think about that. And then another option was buying just a whole new position when I saw it starting to move up. And then what would happen, the new position would make money, and then as this position moved up at some point, I would chew up that $3,000 loss. And my only goal is to get out of it even. I could care less about making money on it now. It's just a matter of getting out even, okay? The other option was to find another trade that I was in, and we're going to use AI since I've already talked about it here this morning. We bought AI, and I'm currently up 36.7% on AI, or $2,100, okay? So if CVS stayed right where it was, just hovered at its lows, and I was in AI, I could close my AI and then close my CVS and be down $1,000, not $3,000. Well, things are working out a little better. You know, you never know how they're going to work out. You just have to work at it to get it done. So here I am in AI, which this was going to be part of my plan. This morning, I said, okay, I'm going to buy some AI. It looked good. It really started to move up. Okay, I'll move this over in case I need to sell my CVS. Now, I hate taking a loss that big. That just stinks up the psyche. It really, really messes with what's between your ears and your heart. So what I like to do sometimes is if I have to sell something big for a loss that really is a rough one, then I will also sell a positive trade or maybe two positive trades so that they cancel out. So I'm really not taking a loss. Now, it's just mental. It's what's between your ears and your heart. But if you can get out of a trade, even though you lost $3,000 on it, if you had a trade like this and you could close for $3,000, it's a scratch day. You didn't lose any money. Now, this is my crazy trading mind, okay? Well, things have turned out a little different. So right now, I'm 34.7% up on AI at the moment, or $2,040 on 6 contracts. Let's go look at CVS. On CVS, I made the decision to buy more of the same contract this morning. So my goal was to lower the cost. Now remember, at the close of yesterday, I was a little over $3,000 underwater, right at $3,000. And right now at this moment, my CVS, I'm exactly $5 underwater. So this is turning out a little better than I expected. But sometimes, you know, if you have the capability to do it and you understand how to do it, then you can roll your sleeves up, and there's ways to get out of a losing trade. And this is the one that's working today. I had you know, about 3 options that I was going to work with, and put those 3 options in play, and then when whatever it took from those 3 options, I was going to capture that and protect myself from taking a $3,000 loss. So here we are. I'm $9.99 upside down on it. So it's working. It's working out very well here. So anyway, that is my trade. I will be closing this out today now. I have no interest in making money on it. I just want to get out of this trade right now. And losing $10 is very respectable. I'll be taking some money off AI, so I'll be making some money there. So, job well done. I hope that made sense to everybody. Be glad to answer any questions on this if you have any. Okay? For all members, we'll see you over at the our combo room for members webinar today at 1:30 Eastern. Okay? For all members and trial members, that's Right Way Options, Hit and Run Candlesticks, or BYOB Trading. Thanks bunch, everybody. Appreciate it.